Good morning again, and welcome back to the Backpacktrader training room crude oil inventory report session for Thursday, June the 20th, 2024. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. All right, that's the last of our disclosures today. Get rid of that. We have full crude contract on Spotlight, 8-tick range bar, 8-cent momentum bar. On the right, upper left is unleaded. We are in the August contract for both crude and unleaded. 20-tick range bar on Spotlight, 0.002 momentum bar on TradeStation. And lower left is full crude contract, counterpunch, 377 tick chart. So that's every 377 trades, it prints a bar, closes a bar, and the counter tells us how many. And there is the report. All right, so our low is going to be right there, and so far our high is right there. And not a big, few quick bars, but not a big range yet. There is a setup. That's definitely based on reaction. I'd like to see a new setup beyond that. We're back up in the low 80s. Close below the stop will obviously cancel the long trade on the Spotlight crude chart. Definitely like to see new setups on these. And a new short setup. That is in our trade session. 81.23. Oops, wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. A little late getting that in. Didn't trigger into the short, and that cancels on unleaded. One close above. Well, now we triggered in on the short on crude, so I'm get in sync at this point on that. And the short trade cancels on unleaded. I said I'm looking for a new setup on this one on the 377 tick. Coming down again. And there's the short trigger again. Short on unleaded as well. Here. Yeah, that definitely is in the short. So short on crude, short on unleaded. There's an add-on trade. That would be a valid trade after our start time. Add-on purple trade. There's one. 24, it's going to need to go to 14. There's our dot right there. So there's our short trade. Not triggered in yet. The 377 tick chart, a tick chart, basically, we're looking for 377 trades to close a bar and open a new one. And so it's essentially order flow and follows the price during those each 377 tick bar. It could be a trade of one contract. It could be a trade of 100 contracts. But one trade, so 377 trades, will close the bar. Stop and reverse potential, and there it is. Just stopped and reversed the long on our 377 tick chart. 38 is going to be 48, so it's still up. Yeah, there it is. One tick above the session high. Unleaded bouncing off the 50 EMA. And yeah, looks like crude is doing the same thing. Spotlight not giving us not able to give us a long trade. This one very likely is going to be a full stop out. And there's the full stop out at 51. And there is money management and target 2 at 81.50. Potential short setup, or yeah, potential short setup there. 81.42 is the stop, trailing stop. That actually is going to be a one and done session on 377. There's the stop out on the 377, and that completes the session for it. Unleaded still short. Crude spotlights is flat. 28 tick loss on that trade. 56 or 28 tick risk, 56 tick loss. Yeah, crude has been choppy this morning. Not, and it's a Thursday inventory session, so probably not as many traders here as normally would be on a Wednesday. Yeah, and if you look at crude, we've still got that up move from 8 to 9.15 on the screen here, and it's basically done nothing since then. Since this move ended, you're basically oscillating right around, and maybe slight upward drift is all that's happening. It's like some minor back and forth around that, but around 10:30. Yeah, it's definitely having trouble getting up through 81.50. Touched 51 and then has pulled back. And of course, 51 is the high of the day. High for the session since yesterday evening. We did have a halt yesterday at noon with holiday. No trading between noon and 5 p.m. We'll have to see if it's going to be able to push up through that 81.50 mark. Back to the entry on unleaded. Something interesting on micro crude. I don't know what its problem there is. Anyway, session high is at 51 from back here. So when I got this short, stop was at 51. I pushed my stop up to 53 because it's session high. And that trade is actually still in process. I'm still short. Micro crude only got up to 50 on that spike that took us out at 51. So very slight differences between the full contract and the micro. And in this case, it made the difference in getting stopped out or not. And now, unleaded, getting target money management and target one. Wow, that pushed through. Yeah, that pushed through too fast to catch this short. I just, on the micro crude, just hit money management. And target two on the micro crude. So just hitting target two on this trade. 14 and 22 for two positions, 36 ticks. By whatever positions you have on. Unleaded going through target four, trailing at 9.11, under $2.50. The wholesale price per gallon of unleaded. The reaction to the report may have been a little delayed this morning. Following that short trade, but not in it, it went through from setup at 26 to first bar at 31. 5 seconds from setup down to almost 2/3 of the way to money management. So that one is definitely a no trade. 377 is done. This will be a power quitting trade on unleaded. Stop to 902. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to have to bail out of here at 11:30 to make a 12 o'clock appointment. long trade on crude at 81.31. There it is. Unleaded stops out at 9:02. So that's the left side is done. The only thing still running is Spotlight. In the long trade, full stop on the first short trade. We get another stop out here. That's the end of the session. Let's see if it pushes up through this. We got to get up. Target is at 49. That's a couple of ticks below the session high, which is a good thing. Money management at 47. Okay, the 200 EMA is showing at 81.03. I'm going to come down to 81.02 with my stop. Try to hide it behind the 200 EMA. A couple of tick adjustment. Okay, there it hit 81.04. I'm adjusted down to 81.02. This may not be a very good day on crude on the inventory report. If this stops out, it's going to be about $1,100 down day. And there it is. Yep, 1140. That ends the session, folks. All three charts are done. Spotlight Crude not able to get it done. 2 full losses. Unleaded able to get 1 and done. Strong target 2 and partway between target 1 and target 2 on the trailer. 377 tick counterpunch. Got a quick small trade. Got its target and got out. Questions or comments? All right. Nobody putting up any questions or comments. So that does end the set. All 3 charts are complete. 2 of them with a positive power quitting, 1 with a loss of 2 losses ending the session by our power quitting rules. And we will call it a day, and I will see everybody on Tuesday. As far as I know, we've got a regular schedule next week. The week of July the 4th should be what should be Monday and or Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday will be a holiday, so I will not run the room that day. That's what looks to be on the horizon. Everybody have a good afternoon, good weekend, and we'll see you next Tuesday.